Hi, I'm Chloe Raymundo. I'm joined here by my teenage entrepreneurship team, Bridget Raymundo, Carity Raymundo, and Jennifer Ong. The good start came to be when our founder, Frank, had his heart set on creating a good start for young people. To give teenagers the work experience they needed, he started a snow cone truck, a food truck, a catering service, and finally, I bring to you the Good Start Cafe. Before I hand off the mic, I'd like to credit our supporting sources, Allies with Families, AY Creative Design Team, and Jobs Work. Thank you. Bridget?
All right, cool. So let's start talking about a summary of who is going to be employed at the Good Start Cafe, along with a description of who we're targeting. So our location is surrounded by office buildings that typically are involved with healthcare, which can involve pharmacy or family involvement. And we surveyed these potential customers for the menu options that they would like to see at our cafe. Looking at these results, the pricing that they're looking towards for drinks would be around $3 to $6 or $4.5 about. And for food, $6 to $9, so about $7. All of our, or at least most of our clients would be eating out at least once a week. And their needs are very much aligned with the values that we support here at the Good Start Cafe. They're looking for a strong background and a good history, and that's exactly what we provide for all of our employees and all of our partners. So looking at who's going to be working at the cafe, it will be primarily young people who are looking for a start in the industry and familiarizing themselves with entrepreneurship. If you've ever looked for a job, you might be familiar with the experience that people are looking for. And here's how to get started in gathering that experience. So moving on, we're going to take a look at design with Carity. Hi. So I'm Carity, as she said, and I'll be covering the summary of design and feel of the cafe. So physically, the cafe will have trendy elements, but it is still very much unique when it comes to color scheme, art collection, the theme, and the lighting. The atmosphere is very much a community space. It's a light atmosphere with quick service because, as Bridget said, the employees are all youth from the community. And the emphasis of the Good Start Cafe is to give this youth, quite frankly, a good start when it comes to getting into entrepreneurship and business world. So a couple of things to mention is that the Good Start Cafe has some things in mind, such as environment, sustainability, and be inclusive of diets, vegan, vegetarian, whatever you need, we have. Currently, we're working with AY Creatives to create a 3D model. Thank you. Moving on to Jennifer.
Okay, so we are currently in the middle of the entrepreneurial process. In terms of plans we've established, we currently have the logo and like the basic concepts of the publication design, which ultimately include plans to create advertisements in the form of flyers. We also are currently figuring out the logistics behind the interior design of the building. But as Carity has mentioned, we have the basic concepts. All of these issues will ultimately be worked out in the fall when we plan to open for business. Although we have established plans, we still have yet to set up for the official debut of the restaurant, which includes laying down of of the furniture and implementation of our design. We also need to figure out and improve upon our outreach to customers, including creating a social media account because we're in the 21st century. Sorry, because we're in the 21st century. So ultimately, to push our business forth, we are planning to expand upon our ideas further, and we are truly excited for its opening. That ultimately concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for your time, Jennifer. Nice, well done. Great way to group bring your presentation together. Pass it over to Dianna.
Thank you guys. That was very impressive, and I hope I'm over there one day to be able to go visit. So how y'all described it, I love the kind of the focus on getting people into the workforce, and actually reminds me of a friend who went to business school with. She went to Philadelphia and opened not quite something similar, but something that y'all might be able to look at. It was a brewery. It's a B Corp instead of a C Corp that you could maybe model some stuff off of. But she pulls her employees from people who recently left prison to try to reincorporate them back into the workforce. So that kind of leads to my question for y'all. You mentioned you're trying to get younger employees out into the workforce and give them the skills. How are you planning on going to find those employees and reaching out to them?
I think I'll take this one since I was the one that talked about who we want to employ. Since the Jobs Work program is already partnered with a lot of other organizations that work with youth, and all of the people who are helping to create the cafe are youth, we're relying on both the advertising skills of the Jobs Work directors and also networking from all the youth that are involved in the project.
Very nice. It's a great way to do it. Thank you.
It was a fantastic idea and great team presentation and great team handoff too while you're doing the presentation. So you're going to bring young folks in to be entrepreneurs or learn entrepreneurship. As far as the cafe goes, are you going to have plans where they can learn all the aspects of the business? If they come in, they can get a very complete idea of how you run a business like this?
Can I take this one? Okay. So as Bridget mentioned, we're partnered up with a bunch of youth programs and everything. We ourselves are currently learning about this whole company, and we're learning about how to run it. I think we've talked about plans to build this little corner that allows people to trade off books, take pictures for social media, and I think that also includes learning about this business. And I think we've also mentioned that we are going to kind of exhibit all of the teen workers for this project, or people who have been involved within general. So I think that kind of incorporates that education experience, and it kind of helps in a sense show people what the business, how the business is run, rather, if that answers your question.
Yeah, no, that's great. So people can get exposed to a whole variety of ideas and what it takes to have a business like this. I think that's a really great idea.
Thank you.
Hi, girls. Congratulations. This was awesome. First of all, I mean, sometimes it's hard to do a team presentation, and I think you did an excellent job of making sure that each of you had a separate portion of the pitch, which was great. My question, I guess, first, I noticed that you want teenagers to have experience, real life experience of a job, which I think is amazing, because I have worked with college students for the last 10 years, and even college students are also starting to get experience. So this is needed, and if you start younger, that's amazing. And my question for you, I'm thinking, because the people that run this business are teenagers, right? And you want to be located close to office buildings, and I think you mentioned hospitals, I can't remember exactly, but have you identified a spot where is, I guess if you're working at a specific, from your school, where is a location that's close that has these type of buildings where you can put your pilot your idea? Have you identified a location?
You mean a place to
Yes.
build the cafe?
Yes.
Yes.
That was a long way to ask the question. Yeah.
The address is already set. Yes.
The address is already set. Is it accessible for the, you guys or the teenagers that are going to be working there?
Yes, we made it a main priority to make sure that all sorts of people could come in from all sorts of disabilities and, just general transportation.
Yeah, to add on to that, it's surrounded by a lot of business buildings and other types of businesses. So I think it's in a pretty good position where we'll get a variety of customers, a large range of teenagers like us.
Awesome.
Again, y'all, Cafe Good Start. I'm always amazed, and it's such an honor to share space with you, Jennifer, and the Raymundo sisters.
I think we have another question, Scott.
Please.
Okay, Julie is asking, do you have a date? When do you expect to open?
We expect to open in the fall. We haven't like created a set date. I think we were talking about opening in November. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
What city?
Murray?
Yeah.
And I'll put the address inside the chat.
yeah, they're
Awesome.
definitely that cafe down in, yeah, give us the address. And thank you very much. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Hang out for the rest of the pitches. We got some more good ones coming up.